it seems like this last week, everybody suddenly wants to be Red Pill all of a sudden. All right. Tim Pool has had Fresh and Fit on twice already. He has delved into Red Pill topics occasionally, but I don't think I have ever seen him really jump on top of an article in the way that he does here. And I'm going to show you this article here as well. That's actually, I think it'd probably be better just to sort of let Tim go through it. But somebody sent me that article. And then, by the way, I've got Steven Crowder here, who led us off. I didn't even know about this Instagram video he had done until I had seen, because I follow him on Twitter. I didn't follow Steven on Instagram. Now I do, but I saw him on Twitter, and the comment. Do I have it in? I might have it in here. Where did it go? Do I have the? Anyways, the tweet. Oh yeah, I do. This was his tweet. This was Crowder's tweet. Men control access to relationships, and women control access to sex. Where could we have heard this before? Wow. That's a groundbreaking, profound statement there. Well, no, not in there. But anyways, that's a profound statement, Stephen. Wow. It's almost as if that should be attributed. So does that come out of you, man? Come on, man. Like when I see stuff like that, I see, well, I mean, one of the reasons why I wanted to get Tim Pool on here is because he's kind of doing the same thing. When I listen to Crowder, I'll put him back in here in a second and just sort of dissect him a little bit. I hate just having everything be sort of like this, like Red Pill reaction. I should do a channel, Red Pill reactions, right? But then I would never be able to do the classroom settings.
Hello there, children.
With all of you guys. But that's what I try to pride myself on. I try to keep things in as academic a style as possible. But when I constantly have people going, "Oh, did you see the interview with Sneeko and Destiny?" And it's like, do I have to? Yeah, okay, I'll watch it. Right. Watch that. Then I watch the breakdown between, or the show with Fresh and Fit and Sneeko and Destiny. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good show, but I really felt at the end of it, I like nothing got resolved, nothing got done, nothing got like that. The issues and the topics that I thought were going to get sort of hashed out and all that just never saw the light of day. It's almost like Red Pill apologetics, like, oh, well, let's see what common ground we can find. And I'm not saying that that's not a bad idea. It is. It's a good idea anyways. When I was on with Ruslan, though, I felt like I was pushing against the narrative. I certainly was pushing against a lot of people say, well, Rolo, you were prepared for Ruslan's debate. I'm like, yeah, because it wasn't a debate. And we didn't even know I didn't even know what the topics were going to be when I walked in there. I mean, I had a few ideas from Adam Sosnick when I went down, but again, the debate is not a debate. It's not about here's the issues. It's let me throw out these innuendos. Let me throw out my presumptions about what I think it is that you are promoting. What it is that your advice is this. Your philosophy is this. And I was like, no. And I tried to set that out. I put that out from the very beginning here. And I let me throw this on there. Ruslan didn't even read your books. Well, he read them enough to sort of, I don't know, at least to start a conversation about like, oh, is Rolo really a hypocrite or is he not a hypocrite? And that's not a debate, man. That's just like, oh, you say these things. And it's like, well, I don't know. Are you an expert on me? Are you an expert on the stuff I've done in the past? Yeah, and Destiny is definitely a big simp. But when I watched the interview of Sneeko and Destiny, and I watched the sort of the back and forth and the exchange there, quite honestly, and I like Sneeko. I like him very much. And as you know, I love Myron and Fresh like brothers, okay? But when Sneeko's on there, I think his like heart is in the right place in merch, right? I think his like intent is in the right place. But he was out of his depth with Destiny, and really Destiny just sort of like he set the framework, he set the parameters of the interview like from the very outset. So it was all, well, the red pill believes this. I was like, that's not a belief, man. But like, if you're not trained, if you're a white belt in red pill and red pill, knowledge, praxeology, if you're a white belt and you got a guy there who you allow to define the conversation in terms of like belief or philosophy, you've already lost the debate before you've even started the debate, because now he's saying, okay, here's how we're gonna do things. You can't possibly prepare for something like that. I mean, you can, I suppose, but when you are a white belt in red pill, and then you go up against a guy like Destiny, I also, there's a lot of conciliatory, contrition. There's your vocabulary word. We're all right. We're not even 13 minutes into the show. There's your vocabulary word, contrition. There's a lot of sort of shaking of hands and smiles and everything else when what you really need to be talking about is like getting down to brass tacks, and nobody does. Oh, we're going to destroy him in a debate. Okay, well, the only way that happens is if there's clearly defined like goals, or what are we looking for? Why are we even having this debate in the first place? Let me just throw, I've got the other supers in there. Thank you very much. And by the way, I'll answer the low limit supers today up until the first hour, and then we'll go up to 20s. Okay. But I will answer these. You'll still get it on the screen if I can do it. Remember, I'm a one-man show. Yeah, James Hetfield, 20 years of marriage. Woo! Trust me, all my friends threw that one at me immediately. Hey, did you hear about James Hetfield? Yeah, I know. Rolo, off topic is Jada Pinkett's rock band, Wicked Wisdom, and Attention Vehicle for Fun. I didn't even know that she had a rock band. She has a rock band? Really? I know who else has a rock band. Tim Pool. Tim Pool's in a band. I didn't know. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if anybody bothers to follow him on any of their socials, but I do. And I subscribe to all of Tim's stuff. I've been a big fan of Tim for a very long time. But he's got a band. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. You know what? People gave him so much grief for that he threw out some pictures, and I know Mac McKenzie was like, oh, this is total cringe. I'm like, you realize I've been in a band for like 3 some odd years, since you guys have seen me on this show. I've been in Trial of Ascension for 3 years. We are coming out with the 3rd EP at the end of this month. And yes, we're still going to do the live stream. We're doing it on September 3rd. It will be on this channel, and it will be a live Q&A with all of me, with me and all the guys and Livy in the band. And I expect you guys to be on your best behavior when that comes around. I'm not talking about, don't ask me how to get back with your girlfriend during that show. Just ask me music questions. Ask us like something, anything. Just it's a non-red pill show. It'll be the Rational Metal show. That's coming on September 3rd, which is a Saturday. I'll give you the times. Just watch this space and you'll see. But anyways, getting back to what I was saying is when I look at like Sneeko and I look at like Destiny, and I'm just like, this is like why I told Myron and Fresh way back in March of 2021 when they asked me, is the red pill going to go mainstream? And I said, I hope not. And here we are. This is why I said I hope not, because it is. And what happens is you get people who are brand ambassadors of the red pill. So when Andrew Tate goes out there and he starts talking about like how he basically repeats the same words that Kevin Samuel says, or something like a derivation, like a derivative of what Kevin Samuels was saying, or what Myron Fresh was saying, or like what I've said in the past, right? When we talk about like high value men and having access to many beautiful women, right? To having access to young fertile women. Having a harem, whether that's a hard harem or a soft harem, is kind of immaterial to what we're talking about these days. But you got like Andrew Tate is an ambassador now for the red pill, more or less. And of course, he's probably one of the most hated and most like beloved guys on the internet right now. And most of that love or that hate comes from people who are just now encountering Andrew Tate, or maybe they are just now, like for a younger generation, I look at Sneeko and I said, he's kind of trying to emulate Andrew Tate, even his vocal intonations. I kind of picked that up. Do you guys pick that up? Because I kind of picked that up when I am listening to Sneeko. And Sneako's very much red meat. That's pretty much all it is. There's a lot of guys who are just red meat peddlers and the red pill, but you guys are brand ambassadors. So when I have to go to bat for you on Adam Sosnick's show or Jedediah Bila's show, or I've got some other upcoming ones, which I'm not going to mention just yet, but when I have to go on those shows and I have to explain and I have to sort of clarify things and just clear the air for people. The reason why I have to do that is because people look at me and they go, well, Rollo's been writing about this for 20 some odd years. He must agree with these guys. I'm like, they're mostly prescriptions, not descriptions. They don't have the depth of knowledge. They don't have the background that I do in all of this. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, their heart is in the right place, Merch. Their intent, whether that be for profit or whatever, for better or worse, you guys are brand ambassadors of the red pill or the manosphere or whatever it is. And people are going to call you incels and people are going to love you too. So it just kind of depends on what the delivery is and who you are. Then there's Rollo Tomasi, who has to go on shows where people go, your philosophy is this because Andrew Tate said this. No, that's not my philosophy. There is no philosophy. It is a praxeology. And let me spend the next 7 to 15 minutes explaining to you exactly what that even is. And now I'm trying to untangle all of this stuff because we've got so many guys who are out there who want to be brand ambassadors for the red pill, including now Steven Crowder, including now, apparently, Tim Pool, and including Sneako, including Andrew Tate. Go throw out some more names. Tell me, because I keep seeing these guys who are quote unquote, for lack of a better term, brand ambassadors. Like they're representing the red pill in some way, shape, or form. Now, Andrew Tate, I love him to death. I think he's doing a good, he's trying anyways. Does he have an affiliate marketing thing going? Yes, he does. So does Sneako. So does Fresh and Fit. So do I. So does everybody. Anybody in this space. We're not doing this for free. I sell books. You guys are giving me super chats. Thank you very much. I got counseling and stuff. I don't make the kind of money these guys do, but I've been doing this a whole lot longer than anybody that is a quote unquote ambassador right now. And that's not me trying to prove my bona fides. What I'm saying is that when people have a problem with Andrew Tate, they come to me to sort it out for them. And I was like, it's exhausting. It's very exhausting. So just bear that in mind because I feel Merch. I feel like I have to untangle things for people, especially when I see stuff like this. Let me put this back in for you real quick. And I want to go over this just because it sums up exactly what I'm talking about.
Men don't really need a woman. They want a woman. Women control access to.
Okay, that right there is a bastardization of what we've been saying. Women don't really need a man. They will tell you this point blank on every goddamn show, but they want a man. And usually they back that up with, I need an equal partner. I'm waiting on my, the man that God ordained for me from the time I was, 12 years old. Right. You got Lolo Jones, which, by the way, if you want me to show you that video, I will. But Lolo Jones is crying a river. But that's that TikTok or what was it? TikTok or a reel? Been making the rounds. And I think even Fresh and Fit did something about it. I couldn't get to it. Thank you very much for that. Ned appreciates you. Woof, woof. Keeping Ned off of OnlyFans one super chat at a time. I was waiting for that one. But anyways, so we've got that's a bastardization of like, at least if you're gonna like paraphrase the red pill, Steven, at least get me on your show. At least let me clarify things for you, please. Like these guys, what kills me is, goddamn well, these guys know who I am. They know, say my name. They know who I am. Chris Williamson knows who I am. Steven Crowder knows who I am. Tim Pool goddamn well knows who I am. When Fresh and Fit are on there, they don't even have to be on there. Whenever Tim starts piping up about anything that has to do with intersexual dynamics, look at the chat. I don't know if you guys follow him or anything, but if you look at his live chat, it's hard to watch because it's just whipping by, even in slow mode. And It's all Rolo this, Rolo that, get the rational mail on, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dictate, right? Okay. It's all this, it's nothing but like, hey, get Rolo on. I know Lydia, she follows me. I follow her on Twitter, right? They know damn well who I am, but I never get the call, right? But you're more than willing to jump in the red pill pool and then try to explain it to people, but you don't want the source. You don't want somebody who's on there who's actually going to take you to the woodshed. And that's the reason why I'm bringing this up, is like, that's what needs to happen. And I don't see any other way of making it happen at this point. Because when I look at like Destiny, and I look at Sneeko, and I look at the show that was going on like 3 days ago, I think it was done with the best of intentions, but no one took Destiny to the woodshed. And that's what needed to happen. And sometimes that's hard to do because people don't want that conflict. They would rather, well, he's a content creator, and he's got 2 million viewers, or he's got whatever. Yeah, but they need to be taken to the woodshed. Abba and Preach needed to be taken to the woodshed. All these guys need, and especially critics. We're really kind of running into, I mentioned this on Rule Zero, and I mentioned this last time I had Ryan Stone on here. Ryan Stone, not Rhinestone. Stop it. Just stop that. That's nonsense. I hate that. Ryan Stone, is that there's kind of like 3 divisions, I think, right now of the manosphere, the red pill space, whatever the hell we're calling it. And then there's kind of like, so the first division is like sort of like the old guard, like myself, like the 3 R's of the manosphere. That was me, Rolo, Roosh, and Royce. That was way back in the day. Nobody remembers that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like, nobody remembers when Rolo, Roosh, and Royce were like riding high in the blog days. Thank you very much for that $1.99 super sticker that turned red. I don't know how you do that. And then you've got like Rich Cooper, you've got myself, you've got Ryan Stone, you've got let's see, you've got I guess John from Modern Life Dating you could throw in there. You could throw Troy France, all the guys from Rule Zero for sure. You've got guys who are sort of like the old guard, I think, who've been doing this for a long time, like 2016. And then you've got these guys who are sort of the brand ambassadors right now. They're the guys who and Andrew Tate, for example, they're very much pro red pill, whether they realize they are or they aren't, whether they actually, fess up to it. Yeah. Patrice O'Neill. Okay. You got me. Patrice, certainly, Tom, guilty, not that guy. Yeah, this guy. Stump that bitch. Yeah. Tom Likas. Definitely proto red pill. If not, he was certainly a forerunner. I have attributed to Tom many times in many books. So don't come at me with Tom. But if you go and you look at the old guard, and now you've got like sort of this new guard, I think, but they're pro red pill, right? They make a nice chunk of change off of promoting, more or less picking up on some of what I've written over the course of now 5 books, and certainly, at least the last 10 years, if not the last 20 years of my work. It's a derivation, it's a derivative of my stuff. Or else it's a derivative of someone else who was an old guard. I'm not just going to claim it's all me. But when you look at the new guys who are out there like, oh, I can make some money off of this. This is men's issues are a big deal. The incels are a big deal. We need men to man up. We need men to be better, but we need to build better betas, right? You got everyone who wants to jump in the pool for some reason. And when we get to the Tim Pool part here in just a moment, I'll explain to you why that is, or it's not even guys like Steven Crowder or Tim Pool, or even Andrew Tate or anybody else who's out there, or Sneeko or whatever. It's not even just those guys. There's so many people, so many big, even from Bush League, podcasts to Candace Owens, right? To Ben Shapiro. To is Dave Rubin still doing his show? I haven't seen anything new from Dave in a long time, but I would also throw Dave in that. But you look at, especially there's the TradCon set, and then there's guys who just want to sort of throw their hat in the ring when it comes to intersectional dynamics, and everybody sort of wants to be, at least in some way, acknowledging of the red pill. With it drags people in. People want this content. That's one of the conversations I had with Patrick Bet David. And, when I was out there last time and I did a show with Jedediah Bila, this was in July. You guys have already seen that. And I did the show with Adam Sosnick. I've been, helping him out really for the last 7 or 8 months, something like that. And I look at this and I'm like, Actually, I'm only, I got to put that one up. That's pretty good. I'm the only dude that gets offended when people agree with him. I'm not offended. I just want accuracy. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask for accuracy? Because that's very, very important, because what will happen is you'll get ruined, just like Sneeko got ruined by Destiny. Now, if I go on and I talk to Destiny, the first thing I would say is like, hey, what are we talking about? What exactly? Give me these points. And if we start, reframing, or start, diverting off to some other topic, or you want to reframe the argument in terms of, well, you're a good person or a bad person. Well, that's not what we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why it is that, how it is that we come to these conclusions. That's the long and the short of it. And I think if there's going to be any kind of debate, like I think right now, if you look at like Louder with Crowder, like Steven Crowder here, he's there, but he's just like an eel in the weeds, man. It's just like, oh, well, men control the relationships and women control the sex, right? And then he bastardizes this whole damn thing. And I'm just like, accuracy, please, just give me some accuracy here. So when I see this, so that's the second part. And then the third part, or the third section, let's just say, of the manosphere, is guys who are making a living off of refuting or clowning or trying to school whoever happens to be the new hotness in the red pill. So that's how you get a Hassan. That's how you get like Ethan Klein in H3. That's how there's lots of them. Philion, I guess. I'm not even sure. I guess Destiny might be on that list too. But you've got guys who are like the anti-red pill. They're not black pill. They're not whatever. They're just, they build a brand off of trying to clown like an Andrew Tate. They don't come at me. They go after the guys who are like the easy marks, the easy targets. So when, what is it? I think TikTok has been like petitioned to remove Andrew Tate from its platform. The problem with that is that there are too many contractors for Andrew Tate. So they could remove his account, but that's not going to remove the material off of TikTok, because there's so many people that are doing it. And that's by design. That's how he works the algorithm in YouTube. That's how he works the algorithm on a lot of different platforms too. But YouTube's the most obvious one. You can go start. I'm wondering, this would be a really good experiment. Go start a new YouTube like account or profile, like a brand new one, or go incognito or something. And then like go to the YouTube homepage and see what it like suggests to you. And tell me if you see like a video of one of Tate's sort of affiliate channels, because I'm pretty sure that would be it'll come up sooner or later. That comes up in your impressions. And that's how he has been successful in owning the algorithm. And there's no getting around that. You don't go, well, he's got some good things to say and he makes a lot of money. Okay, but you're right. But like the way he gets the only reason you know his name is because you can't get away from the guy, because he gamed the algorithm. Props to him. He hustle. Respect the hustle. But